But I'm going to start off by saying this is not financial advice. We are going to just discuss what's happening in the market, some flow that we're going to go through, and some earnings because we got a really crazy week of earnings coming up, right? So, um, why did that populate? Okay. Anything you guys want me to start looking at? We got a few people here, so we can start looking at some contracts. Anything interesting you guys saw that you guys want to go over? Market's been kind of laggy in my opinion comparatively. Nothing crazy moving because we don't have much going on. I think they're waiting for FOMC stuff to be piled up and taken out first before we actually see some actual movement. I know some of the flow contracts and stuff are lagging right now. They're currently down. I'm holding majority of my positions. I'm not out yet of anything. I'm just waiting a little bit longer. SSD 178.15. Let's take a look at that. So, you want to do SSD 178.15. Let's click this first and see what we got. So that is the most highest one we have on top here. So let's go there. It's only 10 volume on this. Concentration at 170, 175. Yeah, what is our market cap on this? Let's take a look. Oh, if you guys haven't checked out that document that Brax sent out, you guys should definitely look at it. I added it to the GEX stuff over there in the education section. So please go check it out. That's super good information for everybody. So this is after hours earnings, market cap of 6.93 billion. I'm only seeing 10 volume on here, which is give or take 4,000 something dollars for a $6 billion market cap. I'm definitely just I'm gonna stay away from it because it's not enough volume for me. That's just not enough of a volume. I mean, the call premium is only 8,000. The put premium is 2,000. I mean, again, something could happen. I can check the GEX for you as well. Something could definitely happen. Don't get me wrong, but it's just it doesn't have enough volume for me to jump in. It's not gonna move. All you can like get quick exit liquidity out of it if you do end up getting a move on it, right? So yeah, you have one like you said, that's a 170 and 175. 170 break will definitely send you to 175 and 175 break. You're gonna pass through. You got a lot more room, right? So good news can definitely send it out. This might be a good stock to play after earnings, in my opinion, because you might be able to get like a good little post earnings move from either or side. We can check out and see what's coming in. Someone might definitely want to buy into it after earnings, see what's going on. It might be something to look into, right? So we can definitely keep that in mind. But as of right now for earnings, I don't see any flow for me that I'm gonna want to definitely jump into, right? So we'll keep eyes on it though, for sure. Anything else you guys want me to check? Put in some contracts. Being nice found on Dell, by the way. Dell did end up moving really nicely, so that was a really good find. Good job on that. That was good. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, they did move. I mean, the contracts went, I think, all the way up to 1.55, 1.6, I think, if I'm not mistaken, from entry. So that is easy 20% gain, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for. So that's Gucci. All right, so Cypress got WM. Let's take a look at WM. 240, 230, and 250. So you're getting 240, 815. Yep, you have that. It is an 84% multi, 74% multi as well on this. I'm going to take a peek at that and we'll see what's so 84 and 84. I'm looking at the 200 and 240s. Similar multi over there, so I want to see what is going on here. We'll take a peek. Opened over here for majority of the volume at 1.27. That is 3,572 volume and an average of 1.66. I can tell you 75% sure that they are going to be closing this, in my opinion. they're probably taking profits over here because it did go from a 1.27 to a. If you look at here to OI didn't add up. They took profits at 1.64, and you're looking at 1.66 right before earnings. I would yeah, I know it looks complicated, but I'm going to tell you right now that the 240 volume is coming from it's most likely going to be from a close. You can see this and see this very similar candle sizes in my opinion. Also that premium drop, right? The call premium drop. Not to say that it's not going to be a good earnings. Not to say that it's going to go not going to go up, but I again that's not enough information for me to be like, hey, let me go in and pump it up, right? I'll jump into it. So for me to be like, hey, I just really want to get into it. I would like to see a clean ass side with no multis on it. That means somebody's happy to buy into it. Let's take a look at the. Let's take a look at the market cap and stuff on it as well. So it's 559,000, and there's a 2.16. So that's a 92.42 billion dollar market cap. So I would like to see a lot more volume come into this contract. Right, this definitely looks like a closing. This could probably be a closing too, if I'm not mistaken, depending on when they got in. So volume here is 562. This could be maybe a roll on average down because the candles look the same, right? So it could be a double tap, it could be average down. I couldn't tell you exactly what it will be, but it's very complicated for me to just look at it. And if I'm going to be honest, I'm not very versed in all these multi, so I will definitely say I will stay out of that just because it's not going to be worthwhile for me to look into, right? So that would be my 2 cents on that. Anything else? XL50C 815. Let's take a look at XL. We did see a bunch of XL come in last week too, if I'm not mistaken. So, XL50C. Let's take a search. You got a 45C with a 12% multi on there. The 50C I have here with a 3% multi. So that looks pretty interesting. Let's take a look. We got OI on these guys. Pretty high OI. Yeah, 45, 50, and yeah, 55. Yeah, as you can see, the cons, all the top threes, right? So if I look at the specific con you wanted me to look at, so you have the big ads over here. So the OI did some OI carried over, thousand OI did not carry over. I'm gonna go ahead and say 1.00, 1.08, 0.84. They could be adding a few more to average down. Um, Premium market premium overall seems to be very stagnant. LinkedIn flow this 15 minutes ago. Okay, cool. Yeah. So again, the multi leggers and two leggers not my forte. It's not clean enough for me to be like, hey, let's jump into it. But let's take a look at this as well. Yes, yeah, it looks like yeah, that's the other thing, right? It looks pretty wide on the spread, and then you also have again, it's weird because it's you had that 10,000 at 249, 259 is a 55 is a plus 10,000. I mean, they could be taking profits, right? Because they're over here at least they were up. They had some profits were taken. It seems like, and then I don't really know exactly what their market cap or anything is. So if you take a look at market cap, 12.44 billion market cap, it's going to be a mid cap stock. So I mean, that's a significant amount of premium for. I mean, not significant, but enough of a premium for mid cap. Seems that there is liquidity on there. Again, it's not a crazy ton of volume. And like Swift said over there, that's a two legger that was linked in for discussion on Unusual Will's Discord. So it's because and it seems like a widespread on there. So I don't think that I'm not gonna look into that as much just because it's pointless. Unless I've seen a clean ass side move, right? Even with the clean ass side move, guys, I think overall, right, if you see something that's very complicated already in the stock itself, I think that it just makes life a little bit harder if it's gonna have to for you to dig into deeper, right? You want something that just comes in, it's clean, it's bang, clear as day. Because especially an ER gamble, you want to be able to be like, hey, I want to get it, right? So I'm hoping we see something end of the day today, which is like COUR last time, and it just populates, and then we can maybe figure it out from there, right? Let me close this. I don't know why this keeps popping up. Okay. All right. Any other ones you guys want me to check? Fire away in the chat. I can take a look at everything. That way we can go over those. Um, While you do that, I'll take a quick peek over here. PG market cap is 3. Yeah, no, that's nothing yet. From BA is in a day. Etsy 6K only. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's yeah, I know. I'll check those. I'll check UNH. I don't know, man. Again, like I've been telling you guys, it could be good. It could be one of the best ERs ever, but for us to take a gamble on an ER, right? It's just like it is it's a gamble. It's a huge gamble, right? You never know what's going to happen. So it's just like for me, I want to be sure before I give you guys any type of confidence on anything, right? So let's check RGN. Also, I also want to see what actually before I do any of that, I want to see what is happening for ER altogether tomorrow, today and tomorrow. CLSW NUE is a good one. I did see some RMBS come in. Tilray is there. Tilray could be a sleeper last minute. Um, Beyond, I did see some Beyond last week. We'll take a look at Beyond. Just remind me if I forget about Beyond. I did see VLTO. SSD was brought up earlier. Oil N. Wow, it's stacked this week, huh? Holy cow! I saw some HLITs. CR looked good until I saw that 100% multi. Yeah, dude. Whenever I see 100% any type of multi, I like to be like, yeah, I'm done. Like I don't want to look at this. I did see some PayPal, so we'll go with some PayPal stuff. PayPal could be a good one as well. UPS Spot is premiums are juiced. IVs absolutely juiced. I'm gonna stay away from Spot. That's something I don't want to play with, just because everything is so juiced on Spot. MRK, I'm still holding that MRK 95s. I want to see what's going on with that. Maybe I did want to see. Maybe we'll trim some if there's some puts coming in for that as well. Cruise lines probably good for cruise lines with some of those announcements made with trade deals and stuff like that. I'm gonna guess cruise lines are gonna be good. CVLT, JetBlue, Car. I saw some of that. Wow. Okay. All right, so just in hindsight as well, guys, this is another thing. There's so many ERs here, you can just get lost in all this stuff, right? So again, my biggest and foremost recommendation is let's pick a few, right, and figure out what we want to do with some stuff, and we can go from there. I'll pick some on the flow, and then we can go from there because I don't want to go crazy on all these ERs because that's how you can blow up an account. RE, is it R? Oh, RGEN. That's why I can populate it. So I'm wondering what's going on. All right, so 120 call was what you post. 125 C is what you posted. Got OI. We got this. Okay, so we'll check that first. Um, 25th, they got a little premium pump. As you can see, call premium jumped up. 2650 OI stuck. That's good. We got in at 653. The average now is 488, right? So took a bit of damage overall. It is 815 expiration, which is not it's next week, so it's not bad. 18 volume 30 average. I'm guessing that 18 volume 30 average came from this. I will check the market cap in a second. 89% off that. Yeah, so that is the 18 volume is from there. So 89% of that was there, and 34% of that is today, right? So I would like to see what else is contributing to volume today. But seems like that trader is still in and average down, so he's probably hoping for a leg up. But I will say for a 4% out of the money, 488 a contract is very expensive to pay for an earnings trade, in my opinion, right? I'm not, again, another thing I look for is $100 and less for an earnings trade. I'm not trying to go absolutely bonkers and pay crazy amounts of money on these earning trades because, yeah, it can go up, but I don't want to be wasting money, right? So we have 451. Someone took profit yesterday when it went up. Maybe they're adding or taking away, right? Or maybe they're rolling over somewhere. Again, REGN, not very clear pathwise. I mean, if I were to say, let's look at the actual ticker. Sorry. Sure about that. There we go. Pre-market tomorrow, 8% moves to $10 overall move is what's expected. You have calls, no, you got calls in the volume section, a little bit of puts, right? Market cap is 6.84 billion. You got around $320,000 in total, 330,000 in total premium, right? So again, nothing crazy to write home about in my opinion. Nice little massive. What is this? July 25th. So you had that big old candle on July 25th. That was $1 million in premium. We don't have that anymore over here overall. So we'll take a look at GX. Yeah, big skill. Seems like we're lagging behind. 51% at that 125 mark, guys. So that is a huge sell the rips situation for the market makers over here. So if it does rip, they're gonna try and bust it there. But if it does rip through earnings, it might have a good potential squeeze opportunity, right? So 50-50 on this for me. I would like to see a little bit more volume come in, cleaner. But again, cleaner plus cheaper. I wouldn't want to spend an excessive amount of money on these plays for earnings. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, UNH. Okay. He said he was gonna be that person. That's fine. UNH. Let's check it out. Yuck. Immediately off the bat, we have a neutral with the highest chain. Ah, this is so bad. All right, this is very in the money too. Oh my god, what is going on here? We can take that out and look at these for right now. Looks like a ad. Maybe this is a sell. Take a look. So we got in all the way over here, and we added here to 7,000. Okay, so that was taken out. That was here, 629, 677, 595, 522. Okay, maybe maybe that call premium is dropping. Put premium is higher. Net premium is minus 9 million. Honestly, I'd like to see something that comes in like within the next within the next hour. I would like to see some flow in the next hour. So for me to be able to be like, hey, let's look into this. Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on. 29% multi, 3 million. Yeah. UNH is something I'm gonna stay away from. At least for right now, from what I piqued my interest with. So I personally don't like higher market cap stocks. Like I've said, UNH has done me well. Why give back to them with the money I've had made, right? My goal is to find something different. So we have that $254 million market cap too. It's just crazy. What else do we have, guys? What else are we looking at? What else are we thinking of checking contracts wise? Just even basic contracts. We can check stocks. What do you like to check? So we can take a peek. We can type something in. Mr. DWAC is here too. You can type something in there as well if you need to. Let's see what we got. Then we have what else do we have coming in? Let's see the overall Etsy flow that came on here. Why is it not? Just said Etsy there. Is that a bug? It says Etsy here, right? Guys, I thought I just saw Etsy on here. Am I tripping? Did it disappear? All right, it did disappear. So I don't know. Okay. Um, did see this. Only issue with HLIT. Let's take a look at HLIT. Look at the contracts. I'll take a peek real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, so the 10 call has volume coming in with 110,000 premium. This looks pretty good. Going to ER, 27 volume 30 day, 2058 volume or OI. This is probably going to have at least 60 to 70% off its 88% total premium towards it. Let me go check the actual levels and everything as well. Seems like a couple ads here and there. That's what it looks like. It's not a clean hit by one person. It just looks like multiple ads. At point 0.6, all of the ask over here. Um, Let me see the rest of this. Let's take a look at the actual stock. Let's take a look at the actual stock. So today after hours, right? Yeah. Today after hours, we got a 1.02 billion market cap, 137,000 premium. That looks like the biggest contract that's hit, right? And we got a, yeah. So it's that looks like the biggest one that's hit with the 191 OI. But those look pretty clean straight off the bat, and then we got that 20% GX at 12.5. At 12.5 level, which is far away. You got the 10 level with 73. So break over that 10, continue to 12.5, right? So this looks really interesting. I will, I might honest. Hello. Yep. Sorry. This I will. JT, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I can't really understand you or hear you. Just wanna, unless you are talking about something, just let me know. If not, type in the chat, okay? All right. HLIT. So we're back to that. Okay, yeah. So I mean, for a 60% XPR, yeah, we'll check XPR as well. 60 $60 call for 815 for a 10 call, which is 10% out of the money. This looks promising for an ER play for after hours. It looks like your biggest one over here is gonna be that. Let me check my OI tab real quickly as well, and see what we got over there. Open Interest Explorer. Let's take a peek. Second. 1 second. So you're looking at HLIT. Nothing on there. So, yeah, I mean, overall, from everything that's hit, $110,000 premium. Basically, today is what it came for. I will definitely be interested in one of these going into ER. So, let's write it down here. Just remind me towards the end of the day, guys. Maybe around 3:40. Remind me so we can go ahead and look at that for earnings. Okay. Um, XPRO is the next one. I like seeing all that XPRO come in. All right, so 2,000, 1,000, and 100. So we got 36,000 premium, zero multi, 29% floor. Let's take a peek. Yeah, increase. I mean, it is up 5%. Just to let everybody know, it is up 5% right now, and it's also 219 130 average, right? Um, we got earnings when tomorrow morning, I'm guessing, if I'm not mistaken. If I read that right earlier. 37% out of the money. They're expecting a 12 point up to a 12.5 move. They're expecting also up to a 10 move. So you have 2 weeks for that. This looks like a brand new open. I mean, not a new chain per se, but it looks brand new added to it. So you're looking at a 0.14 average on there. They're probably already up. I would wait to see also if they're closing some. That could be a possibility that they do end up taking profit on some of them as well, because they're up right now, most likely. So, and then we'll look at the 10 one as well, and then I'll go the actual stock. So this looks like a mid. This looks like, oh, gross. Okay. So 35, 35, 35, 35. Where is my Where is my? Why is it mid if it's all 35? All right, 35. What's the multi? This is weird. I don't know why it says mid on this. SYY. Yeah, we'll check SYY as well. I don't know why it says mid. I guess this because of this here and this here. I mean, if you ask me, it kind of looks like an open just because it seems like they're hitting that ask, and there's only a couple here and there that's at the mid. Again, not sure. It's a little dirty on the tape, but I did like the others that came in from what I posted. So we can take a look. Again, you guys gotta realize it's 5.61% up already. So it might be chasing, right? So don't get too ahead of yourself with these things with the chasing, right? You have, I mean, I don't see any OI on puts open. Like I mean, yeah, that's barely anything open on puts. So you have majority of them are calls. You have almost $1 billion in market cap, and you have $75,000 in premium. Right. I would like to see a little more premium, obviously, coming through. But you looks promising all the more. Core was very similar. I would like to see some smacks on core. As like I saw on core, I would like to see some smacks towards the end for XPRO, right? So we'll keep eyes on those as well. We have um, to everybody joining in just right now in the past 5-10 minutes. Welcome in. I told everybody my stream setup is set up, so this should be uploaded to YouTube after we're done. After I do a little bit of editing. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my thought process on what's happening on the market and on the flow. Okay. So don't take this with a grain of salt. Please do your own research as well. It's not the end all be all. Okay. So we have 9.13. You have a strong support at 7.5, and you have a relatively strong resistance at the 10 mark. Right. 10 mark will send you 12.5 again, like that earlier stock we were looking at. So that's a good one to keep an eye on as well. XPRO. Seems like it is kind of laggy ish. So we'll keep eyes on that. I would like to see some last minute flow on there. Scepter said SYY. We'll take a look at Psy in a second. I think I got an alert on some of my things. Give me 1 second to see what my phone populated for that. UPLD. That's another one I gotta check. All right, so SYY, we have the 80s and 85s, 345,000 premium. We have 231,000. Again, looks the mid here. So let me check both of these. Was there any particular contract you're looking at, Skeptor, at all, or no? Just overall. Okay, overall, cool. So we had that 78% of volume was yesterday. So that 2,000 that went in there, that carried over. 1.94, 2.44. I wouldn't be surprised if the person that bought this is trimming half of their position out of there. So just an FYI on that as well. So 1.94 average, right? You're getting out at 2.44 average. You're making $50. So $50 on 50% of the position. I'll take that any day. That was it the 80 or the 80? That's the 80. So 85. 85 looks like a clean stick. Looks like most likely a BTO, right? 6% of the money. Yeah, looks like a BTO, closer to the ask, right? I know that we spoke about this before too. Being also said that sometimes a mid could be a BTO an ask, right? Because you never know what they're getting filled at, what their exchanges are filling them at, what type of luck they're having with that fills, right? So could definitely be a BTO over here, right? So looks good. Looks relatively cheap for an earnings play, something in my realm of stuff. So we'll keep a look on that as well. So another one for you guys to remind me towards around 340, which is already 315 right now. Spot looks like all puts. Yeah, sports. Way too expensive, man. The contracts and IV is just ridiculous on them. Yeah, 1.88, 1.15 low, average 2.23. I personally would stay away from this. That's just me. 568,000 premium. They're close. The premiums are close. Um, I'm gonna, for me, I wouldn't recommend it. Also, it's a little bit harder to decipher the chart. I mean, the flow as well, here and there. So there's a little takes and tag. This looks like an open though overall because it has a single green candle. Um, yeah, close to the ask. This is a multi at the bid. Again, multis are not my strong suit, but Prot credit spread is what it says. Um, so take that as you will. I feel like 600, 590, 590 again, probably in closer. Yeah. Okay. Getting rolled closer seems like for the most part. Maybe. Let me see. 590, 600. I'll get further out. Yeah, a little confusing for me. I mean, but looks like overall it looks bearish. But again, how much of a move does it need to make with such a? What's the IV on the contracts? Anybody know? I'll pull it up right now as we're talking. IV is 104%. Anything close in the money is over $1,000, guys. So if you're looking at calls, a 700 call is $3,100, and you have. I just got a Tilray alert. Let me check Tilray out in a second. And then you got 850 calls, which are like 50 cents. Yeah, this is it needs $100 move for it to do like to be worth anything, right? So, let's see. Let's see if DJM picked up the Tilray that came in. Car came in as well. PayPal's coming in. Okay, we got lots of stuff going on. Etsy did come in. I figured as much. Okay. Let's take a look at UPS. Is there earnings tomorrow or tomorrow morning, or today afternoon, or what? Tomorrow pre-market, 75.9 billion market cap. We have an 8199p. Wowzers. Okay, so we have 462, 480. It seems like only 300 carried over. Seems like they either cut or took. The high was 184. If they had an average of 172 and a 184, they probably took some profit, right? I'm also gonna guess that some of this, they are most likely gonna be taking some sort of profit, just because I think that going into earnings, if you're gonna get a little bit of profit, you're gonna have some there, right? Again, no guarantee on that, obviously, but we'll keep tabs on that as well. UPS can be good or bad. FedEx ER was put something. Okay. Excuse me. It could go either way, right? It could go either way. Um, let's take a look. Neutral, 100p, 258. Could be. So, I definitely didn't stick on this. It actually went a lot less. So it actually went down. So you're looking at them taking some profs probably, or cutting out, rolling. So let's look at this. Not the multi. I hate multis. God, I hate multis. Long put calendar. Looking like changing. Give me 1 second, okay? 1 minute. Let me take a look. Um, roll multi repeat 81 815. Time looks gain time maybe. Okay, go to UPS. Actually, do the UPS stock and P101 815. Okay. Yeah. Um, you have a put premium of 8 million and a call premium of 6 million for a $75 billion market cap. Not my cup of tea again. 5% move only expected pre-market tomorrow. Last minute flow will be important and key to see for me at least. So I will probably gonna scratch UPS off my tickets because I don't want to try and mess with that. It could be good. Like I said, you never know. 105, you got strong resistance there. Market makers will try and sell the rips over there. Careful, Matthew, with any in the money at the money stuff you play. If you're buying time, buying a little bit out of the money doesn't hurt as much, you know. So, and I'm not saying not to buy in the money stuff, but they're going to be a lot more expensive. It's going to hurt your profile a lot more, right? So just a heads up on that as well. 105, you have the 21% positive gamma. Again, like we said, market makers are going to try and sell the rips on that. If it busts through that, you got some leeway to 110. Okay, so keep that in mind. 100 below, we're gonna see some ugly action. So that also keep in mind. I would like to see what's gonna come up overall, for flow towards the end of the day. Okay. What else do we have that we were gonna look at that I just said and I just forgot? PG earnings in the morning, please. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Somebody else said PG too, right? Yeah, Midnight said PG too as well. PG. All right. Any flow for PG today? You got 167.5 ask. You'll have 5K premium, which is 371.14 billion dollar market cap. A 5K premium is kind of arbitrage. Okay. Dude, let me tell you something about BA. I don't, especially because I'm putting this online. I can't say much anything, but FBA, literally FBA. I am. It's on my no trade list. I will always be on my no trade list forever. Um, so I am not touching BA with the 10. BA can go 1,000%. Like the stock can actually go 1,000%. I ain't touching it. No chance. BA almost ended my trading career. So let's go to PG. We have that one on PG. Don't be scared. K Killer says, "Don't be scared." It's not, it's just a personal preference for me for BA, right? I rather have other stuff to help make money than use BA. So, uh, I'm gonna meet you over here, Mr. RLP3, just for right now. If you have anything, if you want to get unmuted, let me know. If you want to talk something, just let me know, okay? All right. I wouldn't buy options for that ticket either. PG. Okay, there you go. Some good information about PG from Swips. I trust Swips with his data. He's got some good analysis on data as well. So I would definitely take his word into account when looking at some of these things too. So he says it's not a good investment. Your most active cons are gonna cost you like $3 to $2. Hey yo, what are you doing? What is this? Is this the old one? Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to. You know what, man? I've known you for too long. I'm not gonna say anything. Um, all right. So average on these contracts are $200 and $300 per contract, right? Again, too much for me to play earnings. I do take expensive plays, but it's because that's if I'm specifically itching somewhere. I will take them, but I'm not today, so I don't want to take those. We got plenty to choose from. We got plenty to play with. $809,000 premium, no side, 325. I mean, this is a cross trade, so somebody bought somebody sold the same contract for the same price. Somebody bought the same contract for the same price. So just heads up on that. Let's look at the actual Stoke PG. How was everyone's weekend, by the way? Everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Got some good rest and stuff, right? So we got 371.14 and then 8 and 3. Okay, so yeah, your expected move is for plus or minus $4 for $156 stock, right? That's expected. You never know what it's gonna do. Historically, he said we were talking about historic earnings. It pretty much stays within range, besides a couple of times here and there. But again, plus 2%, plus 4%, minus 4%, plus 3%, right? So if you're not buying within the close ranges of this stock, it's not doing much. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't even want to look at the stock because there's no point. I'm not gonna get into it because everything I want to get into is gonna be too expensive, and it's not gonna be worth my time. So we're not gonna even bother about this. You have the 165 level, which has your highest uh, resistance. Actually, 160 was highest resistance, and then below 155 is gonna be market makers gonna be scared. They gonna want to buy into there so they can keep the values there, right? So those are your levels. Keep an eye on them. Besides that, PG is gonna be a no go for me. Sorry if anybody was excited about PG, but that's just a no bueno for me. Anybody else? We are looking at 325 right now. Anybody has any questions? You're welcome, sir. PayPal 199,000 over here with the 1% of the money. We'll take a look at PayPal. Being anything interesting you looking at for ERs, sir? Nope. Being said that, I'm not casinoing today. I'm staying out of the casino. He said I'm staying out of the casino. Unless we get some core, something like that. That might be worth a casino run. PayPal looks real ugly too overall. Yeah, only 5% total premium. That's today's. Call premium is trying to catch up over there with the put premium. It looks like a multi over here. Yep, MLOs. 125, 86, 81, 86. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a call. Yeah, call spread, whatever that means. I PayPal not clean enough for me. I would like to see cleaner coming in for PayPal for me to be able to take anything for PayPal too. So let's take a quick look at the overall outlook on PayPal. I think earnings historically hasn't moved that much for PayPal. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. Oh yeah, I am wrong. That was a couple times I did. It has moved pretty crazily, but it has been to the negative side. If you guys can see that, right? Negative earnings always push it down a little bit more. So CWN calls. Yep, I did post that earlier. We'll take a look at CWN. That looks pretty juicy. We'll look at CAR. We have MRK as well. We'll check both those out as well. So we have CWAN. Revisit HLIT in 15 minutes. Yes, we can do that. And then also Beyond. Yeah, Beyond's a meme stock. Don't forget that. Okay. CWAN. You have $72,000 in premium that came in today for that. So we'll take a look at that one. That's the one I posted earlier. I like this 2.44 coming in. You have 1,000 premium. That is going to be around 86% of your total volume today, right? So that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good in my opinion. So let's take a look at the stock. I'm getting notifications on, I think, the floor alerts. We got CSTM, UCT, OLN, LST. Okay, we'll take a look at some of those in a bit. All right, so higher OI on the 1219s. When were these added? Oh yeah, so this right here. thousand. So it's been added as we go. 2.88. Currently down, holding on for dear life. 716. Was this the 716? No. This 716? Maybe. We have a 717 here. 3.44. Seems like OI transferred over. Yeah, 716. That's it. So somebody bought 716. 130. They are down. So they're either holding on for dear life or they expect something to happen. Same this trade I just bought today. So keep that in mind, and then we'll check the market cap is 5.43 billion, and then we have 9,000 call premium and 665 only put premium. So heavily sided towards the calls, right? For CWN, yeah, seems like very heavy sided towards the call. Yeah, okay. Never heard of this stock before, so this is interesting. Has seemed to move crazily if it has good earnings. I mean, so it's this one really didn't move as much. This one was expected was 10, so it moved 10%. Expected move again is 10% to $2.33. This one had a 20% move over there, and this one had an 11% move. So this one also had like a 12% move. So historically seems to be like a good stock that moves a lot more. So might be a good idea to take a look at it as well. We did have that flow come in. We're at 21.42. So we have 22.50, right? Can break to that 22.50. You have 40 at 25, and 25 break is a lot of space up there. So good earnings can actually send this the stock to rocket, right? So that's something I'll definitely be keeping an eye on. Actually, full disclosure, I did jump in earlier, but that is I'm yet to confirm if I want to keep them or not. So just be careful. They are on the pricier side, right? They're close to $100. So just an FYI. What else did we have? Beyond. It's meme season. It is meme season. So let's see. Beyond. It's not much volume for Beyond. It's not much volume at all for Beyond. Did anything come on the filter for Beyond? Nope. Nothing on the filter for Beyond. Let me reshuffle this real quickly as well. I have a contract thing I want to double check, make sure that's not going to miss anything on that. Okay. Beyond. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Beyond. Let's take a poke. Let's take a peek at Beyond. We have the 8-1. It's like a relatively new chain. Bidside action. Interesting. All bedside. No crazy volume overall, right? I honestly, this is something that if last minute we got some crazy flow coming in, we can kind of follow through with that one just because of how low volume we have going on over around here. So, ER moves. Expected move was 16% and only moved 0.7. Wow, talk about theta. 20%, 7%, 14%, 30%, and 12%, 24%. So maybe if one of you guys want to keep a lookout for flow while we're doing this, if you see something that is heavily skewed towards one side, we can maybe try and take a gander at that, right? So let's see what else we got. Car. Yeah, seems like it for sure. For sure. Car. We have band. expensive. Expensive. Um, Also, if you guys are in those VR Nest calls that being posted, they are 20%. I would highly recommend that you guys take profits. ER is coming up on VR Nest, so just it's after hours tomorrow. So just a heads up on that, okay? Just to let you guys know as well. Keep you guys updated on that. NEO, yes, I can take a look at IoT for you as well. Pre-market tomorrow, healthcare, Neo Genomics. We have $809 million market cap with a $10,000 premium coming in on this. Like a clean hit, 2 times volume day average. Let's see what the 65%. You have 23. You got 300, 100, 200, boom, 1.63, 0.24. Seems like they're adding a little bit more, possibly. Is my kind of guesstimate. If you do a contract lookup for, what is it? Neo. Let's see what we got. Got that one and the 815.8 call, and the put for a little bit as well. Interesting. Okay. Neo 729 pre-market, NEO, not NIO. So premium 24,000 on the calls and 3,000 on the puts. So yeah, 7, 8, 6, and 6. And you have 20, 26, and 2025 for the 10 calls, right? Give or take. So I mean, leaning more so bullish. I would like to see what it has come in later on, but something to keep in mind for Neo as well. From earnings, a 12% expected move, so it's almost a buck. Um, we have a 7 and a 6 level break is gonna be ugly, so we'll check that as well. We'll keep eyes on that as well. So something to see, smaller stuff coming in. IoT. Let's look at IoT first before I take a look at the ride. Okay. All right. So ride ER is after close SWIP. So just if it's in 3 days, I would just be patient on the flow for right now. I mean, yeah, you could play an ER run up possibly, but I'll look at the flow for you. But we can just play ER run possibly, but if not, it's just kind of like stay away from it pretty much for right now until we have actual ER stuff coming in. This is a crazy looking tape. Yikes! So massive volume, 30-day average, massive spike in call premium. You have 62,503 volume, which is bonkers in my opinion. So 50% of your premiums going in there. Ooh, go back. There we go. 11.69 billion market cap. You have a 16.11 million call premium to a 366,000 per premium, right? Okay, so if you look at the GEX, let's look at gamma. Price action is lagging over here, kind of in tune with over here, and the drop over here. So it fluctuates over there, as you see as well. As you get more and more here, it's not passing the line. We got a little bit drop here. It didn't catch up over here because it flipped, and then I'm looking for a catch up over here, possibly going into ER maybe. So do they have ER soon for IoT? Oh, they just had ER. No, did they just have ER? I double check that for ER for IoT. So you have 41 at 7.3. And then you got a pretty stretch to 42, and so I mean it's not strong. None of these levels are strong, so I'm guessing from what I'm guessing there's gonna be some sort of catalyst coming in for IoT. which is why I don't see much strong GX. They're expecting a catalyst move here, so we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, if you guys did end up getting a contract or two, like make sure you guys keep eyes on it. Make sure you guys are not make sure you guys are managing it right. Very very important. Riot is next. All right, 12, 19, 20, 20, and 24 call. 12, 19, 24 call. Here it is. All the way at the bottom. All right, so zero multi could be open at 1453. High was 1465. Low was 1401. Close at 1403. Could be some profit taking here. Not a lot, but seems like some. I would suppose the volume of the OI is gonna be over 1,000 tomorrow morning. That's just my guesstimate on that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll keep eyes on this, right? I'm not too sure as to how to give you guys a proper idea because this also looks bid side over here. But it seems like the spread is opening up with that time, right? So it's similar timing, especially for the bigger contracts, right? So it's kind of what I'm more always looking at. So was bought over here. Seems like the spreads were opening up, and then boom, got a bid. So let's keep an eye on it. Obviously, we can keep eyes on it going into ER on Thursday. Maybe we'll see a little bit more flow. Okay. All right. Anything else you guys have in mind to look at for ER, NSC, and NSC? More HLIT coming in. Could this be? Could this be? Bid, ask. HLIT is an ER play, yeah. Okay. Possible premium opening, volume 30-day average. Price doesn't seem like it's jumping. Still don't see much put. Is this a straight up close? Is it? Seems like it. 90 for 90. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I don't see much put action on this, so I am leaning more towards calls on this. It could pull a Campbell soup, by the way, just to let you guys know. Campbell soup, when we played it, had the perfect setup on the chart, perfect setup on everything, and it still didn't do anything. So, if you look at data. 16% expected move, 1% move there, 15% move there. Honestly, it moves pretty decently for the most part, right? So I mean, we can definitely keep an eye on that. We can check and see what you guys want to play, and we can go from there. We have Carvana. Carvana is in a couple days. More PG coming in. We have 15 minutes left, guys. So, crucial 15 minutes coming through. I would like to see what flow comes in. I will take a look at my other filters too, just so I don't miss anything. Why is it like not populating fast enough? There we go. NBTS is coming in as well for puts. This is a double tap. Interesting. I'd like to see what that does. OUSD, INOD. That's an interesting one for 100K premium. That is pretty interesting. Expensive though, so I'm not gonna post about it. I'll write it here. INOD P's. That we are aware of that. A15, 47p. We'll keep eyes on that. We'll keep tabs on it. I'm not very, very happy with it, but we'll see. else do we have? TIPT, X Pro. Yeah, X Pro seems like a good move right now. We'll see. Nothing on there. Nothing on NNCO. Hmm. We have spike in put premium. Boom. 13.36. You have looks like an opener. Find out in a second. Okay. Yeah, looks like an opener. Okay, so this is a good one. NNCO, NC, sorry, NCNO, not NNCO. 30p. You got that. Let's look at the actual basis of all this. Yeah, looks like that 30p is what's getting all the attention on NNC and so on NCNO. Full on put premium compared to call premium, 3.57 billion market cap. We'll see tomorrow how much more premium comes in, but this looks pretty juicy for a put, right? Um, so, what do they? Does anybody know what they do as a company? I can look it up too. Let me look it up. I shall. What is it? NCNO. We have ER 826. So this does not cover ER, guys. Interesting play, right? I would like to see what goes on with this one because it is a significantly higher premium than it should be with the volume is higher, 130 is higher. So, interesting touch base on this one. Okay. Um, Reddit, Tesla, Neon. Good catch on that SMCI too, Bean. That was a nice mover. Yeah, some of these stocks just keep going, man. It's just what it is and how they are. So, all right. Dexcom is in 2 days. I'm definitely interested in Dexcom. Dexcom did me really well. Hood's in a few days as well. Now it's um now it's about the waiting game for the last few minutes. So we'll see if anything comes in like Cure did. If it does, we can definitely look into jumping into one of those because I think that'd be a good one. I got tagged in something. Give me one moment. Yeah. Recap of any. I like the HLITs. They look good. So far, I like the X Pros. They look good. You have a couple more actually. Let me look at the flow channel real quickly. The SYY did look interesting too. It was trying to catch up on premium though, so I would be a little wary about that. And then that's about it for right now, which I'm looking for. Right now, I'm just waiting on something like Core to come in. I want to see something come in, a couple back to backs, right? Um, Arbitrage and UNH for me, this is a close in the money with a 9K premium. I don't think much of those. Um, we got 12 minutes. Anybody has anything else they want me to look as well while we keep track of this filter and see if we're gonna catch anything last minute? Some sneakiness, some sneaky sneaky. So let's see. We have BA UNH that came in. Not enough premium for me again. Um, The HLIT had good premium, which I did like. Not enough premium origins. PayPal, I don't want to. No. CAR is in 2 days. APLD right here, guys. I would definitely want to keep track of going into ER tomorrow, or day after. So that's something I do want to keep track of for sure. That could do really, really well, and that could really boost. So just heads up on that. MRK looks good going to ER, but we already given a position from MRK for from last week floor alert, so I'll keep tabs on that position for right now. Um, Take a look at it. The another thing, guys, with flow, which when Bean told me that triggered something in my memory too, which you guys should be looking at as well, is that towards the end of the day, all these contracts we post flow on, people can be selling. A lot of people take 20%. They don't wait for like 100%, 200%. They don't wait for that. They'll be selling towards the end of the day. So you gotta be able to like track them, keep in touch. Whatever you have open for contracts, you gotta make sure to keep track of them. Yeah, it looks like you're right, Bean. Looks like it looks like they're taking some profits or selling. So yeah, yeah, yeah. You can never say until OI tomorrow, right? So another HLIT hit. Um, yeah, I mean HLIT is getting a lot of volume. So I gotta give me a second. I don't know if I posted this. Give me 1 second. I'll swallow on this. I do like it. HLIT seems like a good one going in there. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never heard of this stock before, so um, it'll be an interesting one to take a look at. After hours today. Today after hours. So we'll keep an eye on this. What else do we have for HLIT positions that came in today? Let me see. Uh, uh, um, I'm definitely leaning bullish on this to be today after hours midnight. I'm definitely leaning bullish on this. It looks to me like it's gonna. I mean, majority of premium is on that 10 call, right? So if it doesn't work out the way it's supposed to work out, then somebody just throw away some money, right? So that's just my 2 cents on it. Um, it is expensive though for that 10C. So just remember if you guys are going in there, just be careful. Um, Take a look at the positions too on there. It's expensive premium to pay for one contract. So yeah, it's 0.85 right now. IV is 140% too, so it's pretty juiced comparatively to everything else. So just keep that in mind too when you guys are in there. So honestly, if anything, if you guys can get a good spread on the liquidity is not there on that the 12.5s, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play this just because it looks kind of not super liquid. Besides that 10 call, so it's just, and that's taking a big gamble. I think, in my opinion, for that price. So it's up to you guys. I may or may not take a position in there. So just keep it in mind. Oh, I actually can ask my buddy that works at RCL. When's RCL tomorrow? Yeah. All right. So we have RCL tomorrow. We have UPS tomorrow. We have HLIT after hours. Um, keeping eyes on market. We're going into the last 7 minutes right now. We'll see what's gonna pull up as we go. Spy is getting a little boost up here. We're gonna go touch that VWAP range again soon if we can break this 636 levels here. 636.6. I may or may not. No, you good. I may or may not be in it, so not gonna not gonna give you guys a full yes or no, but I most likely am. So it's just expensive though for what it is. Just an FYI, you are paying. It's current. So the entry on that was point 0.7. The spot is point 0.7 on there, right? And right now it's already up to 0.85, right? So some of those hits that are coming in could be somebody taking profit, right? So so that's yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just consensus right now. I mean, at least from what I saw, what's coming in, right? It looks good overall, right? It's pushing up. It's a 42 volume, 30 average. It's all in the calls. You have 3286 volume coming in. His average is point 0.6, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he or she is taking some profits, right? But I also wouldn't be surprised if they stayed in it, right? Because again, I've not heard about this company at all till right now. So it might be an interesting play, and it might do that. It's what is it? Leader in video delivery technology and services. So maybe they have something coming up. It has a premium of 40K that just came in when you other one. Oh, JT said it hit again, right? So you have that as well. So overall, I don't know. It looks good for calls from what I'm seeing right now. So I mean, unless there's some multi leg that's gonna come in last minute or like a huge sell they're gonna do at 359, right? I don't really know. So that's just my two thing. I do like it for I think it's more bullish than bearish. That is my 2 cents on that Swips. 350, 300, multis. Interesting. Kind of all over the place on RCL. When is CLS? Is CLS already had earnings or yeah, today after hours? Market cap 9.57 billion, 90.57. Not enough for me to say okay on this, but it has a multi of 89%. Yeah, no. Gonna keeping my eyes open. Anything? What are you looking at, Swips? Anything interesting you've been keeping eyes on? You got some good insights. Yeah. He said it could be people selling, it could be people adding, right? So it seems like it's getting a couple more hits on it, but it could be a sell or add. So that's what he was saying. So just keep an eye on that if you are in that. So um, that was the gotcha. Good practice. That's always good practice. 357. Come on, I want that core. Core gave me a minute and 40 seconds last time. I'm ready. Ready for the next one. And I'm not doing that. That is not happening. But I'd like to see something that's a little bit more juicy. VLTO calls came in earlier too, but that spread is absolutely garbage. Earnings and spreads, guys. Before I forget to just let you guys know, spreads, terrible spreads on earnings is gonna make sure that you guys can get out fast enough, right? So just be careful with playing earnings on with higher spread contracts because it's just from experience it's just a pain. It's just a brutal pain to get out of anything when you play that. So just an FYI on that. So what else do we have coming up? I think this week is super stacked. This filter is gonna be producing a lot this week, so I might try and split the filter into two with small caps and large caps. Put mid caps and large caps together and small caps in a separate two filters and try and play with that because it's gonna be real stacked going into earnings, right? So I don't know what to expect. To be very frank with you guys with all that, so um, seems like we have a minute. We got 54 seconds, so maybe someone's gonna spam a buzzer hit. We'll find out. We shall find out. Um, we shall find out. Those GT puts are 20%, just an FYI if people did get in them. So I'm going to take some trims on those. Um, that way I am securing some money over here on those. Am I playing UPS? No, sir, I'm not paying UPS. RMVS, last minute, 75 call. Only 75% bid to ask. Quick bump up there. SYY puts. Everybody that was talking about SYY calls. Last minute puts just came in as well. So 45K, premium size, 815. That is just hit tape. So just anybody that was playing that, and that is closed. That was the last minute SYY. So I'm really interested to see where this hat goes. It's pre-market tomorrow. So very, very interested to see where this one goes. But yes, you got those last minute buzzer came in for RMBS, which is after hours today. I'm interested to see. It's a market cap of 6.7 billion. We had a quick contract lookup on RMBS. We had an overall of puts that came in. That's a multi, and we had some calls that came in closer to a lower multi. So interested to see where this RMBS takes us. So the call is going to be, or it's going to be puts. Let me check the OI chain real quickly on RMBS as well before we log off. Nothing on there. So, okay. So, yeah. So, SYY and RMBS, 15 seconds before close is the SYY, and almost 30 seconds before close was the RMBS call, right? So, could be a taking some profits, could be something. So, just an FYI, we'll keep an eye on those two and see what happened. But it was not these two are not clean enough to be like, hey, let's take it, right? So would you like to see some a little bit cleaner? SSY might be the only cleanest one, I would think, if from the two. But take a look. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Who's gonna win the battle? Is it gonna be calls or puts, right? We'll take a look at that. But it's not clean like core. Core didn't have any flow. Core just came out the blue, just came out. So that's kind of what we want to look for buzzers. But other than that, I think that's about it for today. Anybody have any questions? This will be uploaded onto YouTube as well. Beyond is up. Remember 4:30. Give it till 4:30, 5 o'clock before we jump some of those guns, because I feel like I've been super happy and then it just died afterwards. So, did we get anything on Beyond on here? Is a meme stock, so I didn't really want to play it, but yeah, you are very welcome. Midnight. If there's no other questions, we will call it. The video will go up on YouTube as soon as I have been ready to upload it. So I'll let you guys know. I'll share a link. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. We'll do another stream on Wednesday and Thursday. Or I'll pick if it's ER is good tomorrow. We'll do ER stream tomorrow. If not, we'll do Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. You guys have a wonderful night as always. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys tomorrow.